Hello everyone. In this hacker tip session, we're going to talk about deploying a vanilla JavaScript web app onto Viya 4 and running some web services. So what I've got here is the SASjs minimal seed app. It's available on GitHub. Just go /SASjs minimal seed app and there it is. You can clone that. I've got it open here in a Gitpod instance, and I'm going to show you how it works. So there's a SRC folder, which is the front end, and this has got this index HTML. It's also got the SASjs adapter locally and some JavaScript. And what this app is going to do is going to call two SAS services. This is the first one. This one gets a list of areas from sashelp.springs, sends back the JSON, and then this one will fetch the spring that's been chosen, filter the SAShelp Springs table, and send back the JSON. So those are the two web services. They'll be deployed as Viya jobs. This is the front end, and then next is the SASjs config. So this is the thing that defines the whole project, in fact. And within that, first of all, this is where the macros are, this is where the web services are, and then these are the targets. And the target is the place you will deploy your SAS web app. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is authenticate. Actually, before I authenticate, so the hackathon image is using self-signed certificate, so I'm just going to set this to true to avoid certificate issues. So SASjs auth for the Viya target. First thing it's going to ask is a server URL, which is, in my case, 4gl.viacloud. So I'll just paste that in. Client ID, hack client secret, hack secret. Click to get the auth code. And we are authenticated, and the access token and the refresh token are stored here in a git ignored file. So now we're authenticated. We're ready to compile, build, deploy. We've also set stream web to true, and what this means is that the front end in this source folder in my local repo will be deployed to SAS Drive. And not only that, the index HTML will have the references to the relative JavaScript files and CSS updated to use the underscore file parameter and correctly fetch that content from SAS Drive. So let's do it. SASjs cbd target Viya. So that will compile all these services and any dependent macros into this services folder. We've got the web content there. We created a build pack here, and that's been deployed. So I'm going to now click the link from the terminal window. I have to refresh this, I'm not sure why, but here it is. Here's the app, and guess what? It is really fast. So it's just got the list of springs, hit submit, that goes away and queries SAShelp, and there's the result. Responsiveness is approximately 1 second or so. So the SASjs framework is free to use. Feel free to raise an issue if you've got any questions on how you can deploy web apps on Viya 4.